When you need to choose an alcohol or drug treatment center for yourself or a loved one, the process can be overwhelming. The team at Amatus Recovery Centers wants to help. Michael Silberman is the COO and co-founder of Amatus, and he joins us now with more. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm happy to have you here. So I'm wondering, what should we look for in a treatment center when ourselves or a loved one needs this?
I think that's a great question. There's a number of things. You want to make sure there's licenses, that there's national accreditations, and you want to really look for the clinician's status. Are they licensed clinicians? What does the staffing look like? Are there other people in recovery there that can relate to the patients and the clients as well? I think that's important.
I think a lot of times people think, okay, I need help, but I also don't have money to get help. So they're wondering how they can afford it. You've got some ways.
We do. One of the biggest issues that we find is the accessibility to treatment. Many providers, especially here in this state, in this county, only offer insurance-based treatment, meaning if they have health insurance, specifically out-of-network insurance, which limits the amount of people that can get help.
Right.
The idea of being able to take everyone, whether it be medical assistance or in-network contracts, is very important. There's a lot of people that need help, not just the elite or people that can afford $40,000 a month. Thankfully, we offer all levels of care, and we take all insurance at our facilities. So we take medical assistance in our residential treatment here in Maryland. We take in-network contracts with Care First and Blue Cross, and we take out-of-network as well. It gives full accessibility, which is needed.
So if that's something that someone is concerned about, they can call you and you can sort of walk them through that process.
We do. We have 24/7 admissions, so we can do intakes over the phone. We have a clinician on standby that can make sure the questions that are being asked are appropriate and that person is right for our level of care. Maybe they need to go somewhere else first and get stabilized, something like that. But it's important to call.
And talk about your facility. I mean, it really is a beautiful facility, and your license and accreditation sets you apart as well.
I believe so. So we have 3 facilities here in Maryland. The one in Washington County is actually a residential program. It's beautiful. It was a historic building. That means they live there for 30 days, they get treated there, they eat there, they play there, etc. We also have outpatient facilities in Montgomery County and then here in Baltimore County. We've been in the licensing process for quite some time, almost 2 years now, to get a detox also here in Maryland in Baltimore County, which we're very hopeful will come around in the next couple months.
And so talk to me about the difference between the inpatient and the outpatient.
Sure. Inpatient treatment is where you end up living and getting treated in the same location. Typically, that is your standard 28-day or 30-day care. We find that longer-term treatment is necessary for somebody to remain absent and remain clean, and ultimately to recover and change behaviors. So going from a residential facility then to an outpatient facility is how we like to do it. Usually the programs are about 90 days to 120 days.
And then what should people expect from the rehab process, from going to rehab?
It's different for everyone. Some people go in for behavioral issues surrounding drugs and alcohol. Some people go in for other reasons. I think it's important that it's individualized. So when someone comes in, they get an assessment with somebody who's credentialed to identify what their particular issues are. It's important they go in, they find a community, they find a sense of purpose, and they can really, try to do better.
And you help families as well. It's not just the individual. So talk about that part of it as well.
The disease of addiction is a family disease. I'm in recovery myself. I just celebrated 14 years. And I can tell you, thank you, I appreciate that. My family suffered as much as I did when I was using. And my family recovered as much as I did when I recovered. The family process is extremely important in order for somebody to maintain abstinence in their sobriety.
How is it for you to be able to give this to other people through this facility?
It's wonderful. It really is. We do this in my own 12-step work that I do, but also with this in an atmosphere that we can give back to somebody else and allow them to try to grow and become a better member of society is really invaluable.
Absolutely. And then they're going to a place where they know that people understand and they're there in their corner. Where can they go to get more information? AmatusRecoveryCenters.com. Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. It really is just a phone call away that can change your life. We'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this.